everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcast Network this lovely Tuesday night. It's the Anarchy Motorsports League and the Wounded Warrior Cup Series coming here to Las Vegas tonight. It's going to be a great race. We got a lot of race action coming for you here, Gen 6 style. We're going to go live now to the Star Spangled Banner, brought to you by Madison Rising. Find him on the web at madisonrising.com. On Facebook, you can find him at facebook.com/Madison Rising, the most patriotic rock band out there today. Stay tuned, folks. We got a lot of great racing taking place here tonight.
for your buck.
evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcast Network this Tuesday night. I'm Dustin Caldwell, bringing you the Wounded Warrior Cup Series in the Anarchy Motorsports League for 125 laps of Gen 6 action here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, exactly where the Sprint Cup Series will be this Sunday night. Drivers are finishing up their qualifying times now. We're just waiting here for the times to be completed. And it looks like they're finishing up now. Hearn and Dildine in second. I am going to butcher that first name there. Diamantidis is up there on the pole. Drivers are down there getting to the grid now, so let's go ahead and make our way down there. Wait for the pole sitter here tonight to get on that grid. I want to thank you again for tuning in out there on YouTube this Tuesday night. These guys are doing a great thing in their series, representing the Wounded Warrior Project. And we are still waiting for our pole sitter to get up there tonight, folks. Do apologize for the delay. And there's your pole sitter now getting to his starting position on the pole here tonight. Starting in first, Mr. Diamantidis. I hope I get that name right. It feels bad there. I do apologize. 67 to the outside, Cameron Hearn. That Carolina driver here tonight, starting third place in the inside lane, is the number 24. That is going to be Clay Dildine right there. 56 to the outside, that is going to be Will Jones starting in fourth, rounding out your top five, the number 54. That is Shane Wood, the number 4, starting in sixth tonight. That'll be Dalton Baldwin, guy to watch out for here tonight. Pace lap begins, pulling the drivers just away a little bit here. We have on the field, I believe, close to 33 to 30, actually almost 40 drivers fielding the grid here tonight. Again, this is the Wounded Warrior Cup Series Anarchy Motorsports League this Tuesday night. Watch them make their way down that backstretch, folks. Here's the race information for you. It's a 1.5 mile track, 71 degrees in the air, 22% humidity, mostly cloudy, 82 degrees on that pavement. There's your leaders right there making their way to turn number 4. Pace car set to go into the pits. There it goes. Everybody checking up just at the start, and there we go. Green flag flies. A lot of drivers checking up there. And the 81 of Diamandis takes off. 67 of Hearn right there behind him is going to run that lower part of the group in turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they go. There's the driver making his way into turns 3 and 4. As they come down the front stretch. The first actual race lap here tonight. Lap number 2. Thundering down into turns 1 and 2. Now Hearn looks to the outside of Diamandis. Towards turn number 3 they go. Look at the side-by-side racing. And the 24 of Dildine already on the move to the high line as well. And number 56 of Will Jones back there in third position. Almost 2/10 off your race leader, and Hearn now takes the lead. Cameron Hearn off of turn 4, down the front stretch. See the number 67 collects his first lap lead here tonight on lap number 4. What a battle we have got going on here for 5th position, folks. At number 56, Will Jones battling side by side with Demanis. Number 4 of Dalton Baldwin looking in now, trying to find a line. Nice battle there for 3rd position. The 56 of Jones down low will run the lower part of the groove. Demanis splitting the hair up their top. Nobody takes the middle, and now some drivers look to make a move down the backstretch towards turn number 3. Here they go. Number 19, Justin Page, is ahead of that 54 of Shane Wood and Clay Dildine. Started second here tonight, falls to 7th position here on lap number 7. And what a battle through these first couple of turns. Down the back straightaway they go. Still a side-by-side battle with Jones until turn number 3. Florial give up his position. Demanis goes back up as well as Baldwin. And now he finds himself side-by-side with the 19 of Justin Page heading into turn number 1. And look at Baldwin on the move. He's going to take the lower groove through turn number 2. Come out the backstretch right very close to that 81 of Demanis as they head into turn number 3. Page and Wood still side by side. Excuse me, Page actually gets out ahead of Wood. It's now Wood and Jones that are side by side in turn number 1, and Clay Dildine back there still in 7th position. Jump back here in 8th. We watch the drivers come down the backstretch towards turn number 3. Glenn Murphy Jr., the 48 car, down low as the 78 of David Bradford behind him. Craig Henry, the 87 car, another one going to watch tonight. Nice little battle back here with Chris Ostrander and Stuart Joyce as they head into turn number 1. Joyce running that lovely leopard car, or I believe it's Cheetah. I got corrected on that last week. I called it leopard and he said it's Cheetah. So, meow meow, 22, Stuart Joyce runs that Cheetah car heading into turns 3 and 4. Right behind him though, making his move to the inside. 3 wide, 23 of David McMahon. Caution flag flies here tonight. And it looks like it's the 32 of Mike Springer. I'm going to run back that replay camera there for you to capture the action as it unfolded. As he comes down the backstretch, a lot of cars down to the apron. Oh, wow. And right there, you're going to see the 74 of Vern Bradley go spinning off the apron. A little bit of connection issues there with Springer. And tough break there. An ARCA brake action there from the number 9. Tough break there. As Mike Springer's going to be just thrown around this field due to connection issues. Look at him go up into the wall. Getting pushed around. You see continually just still having some connection issues. Tough thing to face here, folks, in any track. Sure, the driver of the number 9 car, Tim Sandelin, was pretty scared to see a guy disappear and come back right on the track. Well, we're in Las Vegas tonight, folks, and it's heating up. Lap number 11, the yellow flag flies for the first time. This is the Wounded Warrior Cup Series here this Tuesday night on the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. Don't go anywhere. We got a lot coming your way.
Some noise. Gentlemen, start your engines.
AMSLeague.com is the premier iRacing league for action-packed racing from green to checkered. Prepare yourself to start every week right with the AMSLeague.com Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series, Tuesday nights at 9:20 Eastern Time, right here exclusively on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. You will not find a better connected oval league and community in the iRacing service. AMSLeague.com provides the highest level of competitive racing while holding true to our Have Fun First motto. Prepare yourself for the best Tuesday night oval racing on Sim Racing Earth at AMSLeague.com. Also, check out our Monday Night Truck Series and Wednesday IndyCar Series. And remember, you can watch all of our Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series races live, right here on the Digital Forge Racing Network. AMSLeague.com. A premier iRacing league with a great group of drivers.
Pace car into the pits. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As the restart is now underway here at Las Vegas. Lap number 13. And it looks like the number 4 of Dalton Baldwin screams out to a lead into turns 1 and 2. Cameron Hearn right there behind him. All the cars come thundering around. Nice little battle here. As you see the 54 of Shane Wood making his way through the high side of the track. Now to the high side of the 48. Excuse me. Clay Dildine trying to hold off the number 10 of Greg Elliott there. Elliott to the high side as they come thundering down the back straightaway towards turn number 3. Look at all the battles side by side. The number 54 car, Shane Wood, unrelenting in his position. David McMahon, the 23 car, blue and white, Ford Fusion down low. Illinois' driver here tonight started 14. He's currently up to 9th position here on lap number 15. Still a nice little battle up here around 3rd and 5th position. Madison, the 81, your pole sitter here tonight. Side by side with Dildine as they head into turns 1 and 2. 19 of Page going to work that lower groove as well. Glenn Murphy Jr., the only driver in that battle, going to the high side of 1 and 2. Will stay the same into 3 and 4. Page now back up into that middle groove following Madison. Down the front stretch they come. Madison to the inside at 81. Protecting it from Dildine as he knows Dildine runs that inside groove. And here comes that 24. Look at Stuart Joyce back there. running that inside line. Glenn Murphy Jr. on that last turn stayed very high compared to some of the other drivers. See things beginning to file. Single file. Craig Embry on the move to the inside of Dildine. Will take the apron across. The start-finish line, a little bit of grass touch there for the 87. Working that mid-groove now into turns 1 and 2. You can see the 23 of McMahon go a little bit lower. And now your top 10 drivers all have fanned out just a bit, as Dildine is still going to work that high side of turns 3 and 4. Let's jump back to Thomas Connetti, number 7 there. New York driver here tonight started 21st, and he's up to 14th position here under 20 laps on lap number 19 right behind him. It's the birthday boy himself, ladies and gentlemen. It's Philip Neese, the Mid-South driver. Started 13th, and he's fallen 2 positions back. Must have been partying just a little bit too hard on his birthday. We want to wish him here from the Digital Force Broadcast Network that Fastenal number 38 Ford Fusion of Philip Neese a very happy and special birthday. Stuart Joyce right there behind him. Indiana driver started 9th, has fallen back to 16th position. As we watch your race leader now, Baldwin come flying off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. One of the only drivers barely to touch the apron. A lot of these drivers use the apron from time to time in some of these tracks where the white line across the start-finish line is there. Cameron Hearn, the only driver really giving Baldwin a run for his money here, as he's about 0.2 of a second off the race leader. Jumping back towards third, Demanis. Coming off of turn number 4 has Justin Page in that 19 Chevrolet right there behind him. And Page going to look to the inside of turn number 1, possibly to gain a position here. He wants third position bad as that 19 dives it down towards the white line. Demanis going to stay up in the mid-high groove and win out that battle for third through turn number 2. Glenn Murphy Jr., that 48 car, right there behind Craig Embry, comes out of turn number 4. Will not take the apron, but he'll touch the white line. Embry really flirting with that apron when it comes to almost hitting the grass. Seen it a couple times now. Craig Embry nearly hitting that grass. Got some of the battles here going on. Number 73 of Chris Ostrander back there in 13th position, finds himself to the inside of the 53 of Tim Matthews as they come across the start-finish line into turn number 1. Ostrander will fall behind him. Take a look at this, folks. The 54 of Shane Wood has fallen back to 11th position now. Nearly 3 wide. Heading into turn number 3, the 53 of Tim Matthews will go down the inside at 54. Shane Wood. Across the start-finish line, here comes the number 7. That is Thomas Connetti. Connetti, I should say. Got a pronunciation correction last week on some of these drivers' names, so hopefully I do them justice and get it correct here tonight. Back up to your race lead. Here is Dalton Baldwin now, extending his lead over Hearn by 1/10 of a second. Still not electing to take the apron. As you see Hearn come back onto the track towards turn number 1. Demanis still fending off that 19 of Justin Page. As you can see the difference. Demanis looks like he's lowering his exit point there in turn number 2 compared to where it was a few laps ago. Maybe trying to pick up just enough time there over Page. Embry now reeling in that 19 car as he works his way out of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Craig Embry, 5th position, started 7th. He's up 2 positions. Doesn't seem like a lot. He's battled through a lot of cars here tonight. Hung on to that 5th position spot for the last few laps. still back here, folks, in 30th position. Nice little battle going on here. 47. Gary, some issues there, some drivers. Pulling back pretty quick. This gentleman right here, that Halvoline tribute car, a little bit of damage on the front end of that. As you look at it, almost looks like he smashed into a pole. Gary Sefton, the Club Ohio driver, working his way through turn number 3. Started 37th. He's up to 28th position. As Lance Carpenter right there behind him is going to work the inside now. Down onto the apron he goes. Working to the inside of Sefton goes Carpenter. And he's not going to have it in turn number 1 as Sefton holds true to his line. And it looks like back up front, Cameron Hearn has picked up a 1/10 of a second on that number 4 of Dalton Baldwin. As they come through turns 1 and 2 here on lap number 30. Down the back straightaway they go. I tell you what, folks, look at the time there between Page and Hearn. Almost a second and a half. Now Embry to the inside of Page. Ooh, nearly contact made in the 48 of Glenn Murphy Jr. Right on the bumper of Embry as they come across the start-finish line. Down into turn number 1 they go. Oh, a little bit of contact between Page and Embry. Through turn number 2, down the back straightaway, side by side they go, and you can tell that 48 of Glenn Murphy Jr. is trying to find the better line as he bounces between Page and Embry. And Page is going to get in front of Embry. Dildine now to the back side of Murphy Jr. Here they come down the front stretch. Page takes the apron. The rest of the cars stay on, and it looks like Murphy Jr. is going to try to get around Embry as both Murphy Jr. and Dildine run the lower part of the groove. Going to fan it out into the backstretch. 3 wide coming out of turn number 2. Dildine has to give just a little bit there. Not a lot of time lost there for that 24 car. Got a little bit tight coming off the turn. Demanis now back into 7th position. This is your pole sitter here tonight. Texas driver. Fast lap time here tonight, 29.1. And you can see his last lap, the fall off there, 30.55. So Cameron Hearn takes the lead away from Dalton Baldwin here. Lap number 34. Gonna stay, look how high he stays into the groove. Through turns 1 and 2 compared to the other drivers who want to take that inside lane. Dildine right there to the inside of Embry. Embry's gonna go way high in turns 3 and 4, and he's gonna give up a position to Dildine now. Play Dildine. 24 car will not take the apron, but Embry does. Looks like Embry has gotten a little bit better at using that apron. Not quite so much into the grass this time. Actually, I don't think there was any contact with the grass. Looking at some of the other drivers back there. Randy Arms and David McMahon battling side by side down the backstretch towards turn number 3. That 23 car of David McMahon is going to lose out of position to Randy Arms. Here comes the 56 now. Will Jones goes by. Has a little bit of help there from Tim Matthews, that 53 car. Stuart Joyce. Can't say how fabulous enough that car looks. That number 22 of Stuart Joyce's Cheetah car. Really bringing style and pizzazz here to Las Vegas. Definitely have all the ladies hooting and hollering there on the first lap. Well, let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like pitting has begun. As we now see Dalton Baldwin working his way down to his pit box here on lap number 37. There he goes, and we'll get you a better camera angle there. Slowed up just a little bit. There he is. So not any other drivers making it into the pits yet. This is interesting pit strategy. Lap number 38 now. The race and Dalton Baldwin making his way back off. The Florida driver leading going in. He's coming out in 30th position. And remember, folks, the other drivers still got to make their pit stops. And Baldwin now back on the track there. Justin Page, your race leader as he heads towards turn number 3 now. Has seen Dalton Baldwin go in and remains out on the track just a few laps after. I imagine before lap 45 is when they're going to look to get in and get a fresh set of tires. Number 7 of Thomas Conetti. New York driver right there in second position now. As we start to see some other drivers make their way off of pit road. Will Jones back there in third position. Right behind the 16. That's Lance Carpenter running that very old 1970s Dale Earnhardt Sr. tribute car, that Wrangler car, as he works his way through turns 1 and 2 underneath Page. Will Jones still has not gotten a pit yet. Ostrander back there beside, I think that's a Ryan 97. It's Josu Tellez. And look at the 3 wide we have nearly heading into turn number 1. 51 of Ryan Cobb in that black and gold car. Oh, and Tellez, look at this pass to the inside. Wow, nearly 4 wide at one point, coming off of turn number 2. These cars battling very, very hard. Ostrander still up there in third position. Tim Matthews now. Your race leader has Ryan Cobb just about 2.2 seconds behind him. Here comes the 53 of Matthews down pit road. As he works his way down the pit road, staying under that 60-mile-an-hour pit road speed. There he is into his pit box. We should see the right side of that car come up for 2 tires swapped to the outside. And now the left side will be lifted up for 4 total tire change this pit time. 2 laps led here for the 53 as he now works his way off of pit road. That's going to give this guy right here, Ryan Cobb, the UCF, number 51 Chevrolet, the race lead. Take a look at the battle. Cobb and Ostrander this is your top 5, folks, on the bottom left-hand side of your screen as we watch Cobb come into turns 3 and 4. Ryan Cobb, Chris Ostrander, Fred Scarfi, Tim Bartel, and Josu Tellez. But there it is, a good battle down pit road. As Cobb makes his way to his pit box. Chris Ostrander still up there in the race lead now. Lap number 46. There's a little bit of race statistics for you as you see these guys barreling into turns 3 and 4. 45 laps here tonight so far out of the 125, 7 lead changes, and 1 total caution. And there goes the 73 of Ostrander into the pits. watching the Wounded Warrior Cup Series here on the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. Still a lot of race to come, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Oh boy, get ready for some noise. Gentlemen, start your engines.
AMSleague.com is the premier iRacing league for action-packed racing from green to checkered. Prepare yourself to start every week right with the AMSleague.com Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series, Tuesday nights at 9:20 Eastern Time, right here exclusively on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. You will not find a better connected oval league and community in the iRacing service. AMSleague.com provides the highest level of competitive racing while holding true to our Have Fun First motto. Prepare yourself for the best Tuesday night oval racing on Sim Racing Earth at AMSleague.com. Also, check out our Monday Night Truck Series and Wednesday IndyCar Series. And remember, you can watch all of our Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series races live, right here on the Digital Forge Racing Network. AMSleague.com. A premier iRacing league with a great group of drivers.
Welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway this Tuesday night. Appreciate you tuning in here to the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. Cameron Hearn still your race leader now as we watch him make his way through turns 3 and 4. Number 67 car here tonight. In the first position, collects lap number 21 under his lead lap stat there as he comes across into turn number 1. 4 seconds, 4.3 to be exact, over the 87 of Craig Embry. Let's take a look at Craig Embry back there. Second position, the Illinois driver, doing what he can to try to reel in that 67. Dalton Baldwin made the bold move to get out ahead of everybody early on and did not pan out the way he thought, as he's currently in the top 10 now. There he is, touching that grass across the apron. Still some connection issues from Mike Springer into the wall. He's going to collect some damage there on his car. The Florida driver of Dalton Baldwin now back in 10th position, trying to find the pit strategy to work here in Las Vegas. And his first one didn't help him any as he goes in the pits for the lead, and wow, to Springer. Baldwin back down pit road again. Watch Baldwin head down pits to the pits box there. He's got some damage there on his car. He'll get a fast repair, number 54. Shane Wood getting a pit stop as well. So number 4 Toyota Camry coming off of pit road, back on the track. Baldwin this time around getting the fast repair taken care of, realized that he slowed up and had to go into the pits again. Down the back straightaway he comes. Goes in 10th this time, comes out 30th. So Cameron Hearn up front, really the only driver. Really is not much of a contention there for first, as this is your second place driver. Glenn Murphy Jr. right there behind him. It's been a neat race. This is race number 4 of their series, folks. Kind of kicked it off at Atlanta Motor Speedway last week. They kind of follow the actual Cup Series circuit here in this league, as the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series will find itself in Las Vegas this Sunday. Cameron Hearn, last week's winner at Atlanta, now finds himself leading here on lap number 60. This is the second place driver, second and third to be exact. Madison there in the 81. Back in 4th, now coming across the start-finish line. Justin Page not too far behind him, as Lance Carpenter, the lap car in between the number 16 Wrangler car, will take the high side, and Page takes the low, and he'll pass the 16 down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Here comes the number 56 of Will Jones now down the front stretch. So one of the other guys here tonight not using that apron to an advantage. And I don't know if you really get that much of an advantage by using the apron. It's more of a comfort thing from some of these drivers to come off the track and run the apron. Another driver here tonight, David Bradford. As you can see, he started 12th, and he's happy to be up in 7th position. We talk about the schedule. Dalton Baldwin, because they had a couple lap shootouts, or shootout races I should say. This gentleman right here, Bradford, won the first one back on February 9th. It was held at Daytona. A little 50 lap shootout that they had. He took victory. Top 5 in points tonight is Dalton Baldwin, Tim Matthews, Craig Embry, Kenan Miller, and Philip Neese, the birthday boy. Right there he is. Making his way down pit road comes the Fastenal 38 Ford Fusion. Started 13th, he's only fallen back 2 positions. So Cameron Hearn early on into the pits. Now comes Craig Embry and Glenn Murphy Jr. down pit road. That gives the lead to this gentleman right here, the number 56 of Will Jones. Will collect some laps led now unless he goes into the pits this time around. Let's see what he does here as he heads into turn number 3. And the 56 will go in for a pits as he crosses that white line down to the apron. Slowing up to the pit road speed. Here he comes. David Bradford in that number 78 we were just talking about him goes to the race lead. As the 53 of Tim Matthews, who's now making a move to the outside. Down the back straightaway they go, and Matthews takes the lead from Bradford. And it looks like Bradford's slowing up, and he's gonna go down pit road this time around. So the Amp Energy, number 78 Chevrolet, working his way down pit road. Tim Matthews now your race leader. I think this guy's a big Kentucky fan. Mid-South driver, not sure where he's from per se. Look who it is right there with him as Dalton Baldwin passes him now. Dalton Baldwin back on the lead lap as he was in the lucky dog position. Still another 4-second gap as Ryan Cobb back there in second position. Almost two collegiate teams. The University of Central Florida, I believe that's what that is, obviously because Ryan Cobb being a Florida driver running that UCF Knights car right behind the UK Kentucky car, and here comes Glenn Murphy Jr. So Cobb will look to enter the pits here on lap number 69. So Matthews stays out, heading out of turn number 2 now towards the back straightaway he goes. Staying out just a little bit longer than the rest of the drivers. Whoa. Some very aggressive driving there from that orange Mountain Dew car ahead of him. Tellez here, the 97. You see coming across the start-finish line. He's back in second position, Fred Scarfi. Number 68. In third, TJ Martell, the number 80 car. Back there in fourth. Marty Verano, number 42 car, back here rounding out your top 5. Danny Bowman Jr., big fan of the Talladega Nights movie, runs that Ricky Bobby I Just Want to Go Fast Me Cougar car. Nice looking paint scheme there on that car. Finds himself in 7th position. You see we got a driver. A little bit of smoke coming around the turn. Not exactly sure who that is down there. Some of these cars have a lot of damage on them, and that's slowing them up. As we follow John Joyce back there, the number 66 in 30th position. Let's jump back up to the race lead. Here he is, folks. 9 laps led now for the 53 of Tim Matthews. Has a 10-second lead over Josu Tellez. But has not made a pit stop just yet. Into lap number 75 we go. 56 of Will Jones passing him to get back on the lead lap. So you can see how easy it is with older tires to get past. And a lot of these guys who've made their pit stops already are passing them that were lapped down, getting their lead lap back. Joyce now passing the number 53. A lot of leapfrog action ever since the pits go. We got 50 laps to go in the race here tonight. We thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. This is the Wounded Warrior Cup Series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Still a race, a lot of race to come. Tellez heads into the pits. We'll be back.
Oh boy, get ready for some noise. Gentlemen, start your engines.
AMSleague.com is the premier iRacing league for action-packed racing from green to checkered. Prepare yourself to start every week right with the AMSleague.com Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series, Tuesday nights at 9:20 Eastern Time, right here exclusively on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. You will not find a better connected oval league and community in the iRacing service. AMSleague.com provides the highest level of competitive racing while holding true to our Have Fun First motto. Prepare yourself for the best Tuesday night oval racing on Sim Racing Earth at AMSleague.com. Also, check out our Monday Night Truck Series and Wednesday IndyCar Series. And remember, you can watch all of our Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series races live, right here on the Digital Forge Racing Network. AMSleague.com. A premier iRacing league with a great group of drivers.
Welcome back to Las Vegas this Tuesday night. Reasoning for the white cars, a little bit of refresh here on our trading paint software. Not a lot of drivers getting their schemes picked up. Caution flag coming out just a couple laps ago. See Glenn Murphy Jr. first of the white cars there to make his way down pit road. Everybody coming down pit road. Tim Matthews, right when the caution flag came out, started to go down pit road, and it's going to be a good benefit for him as he now finds himself up in the lead position slot heading back to green. I believe 43 laps to go. Seeing if we can get somebody on the line here for you. Gonna see if we can pull in Craig Embry back there in second position, the number 87 Chevrolet here, and get his thoughts on how the race is going. Craig Embry, this is Dustin Caldwell in the booth. Are you there? I can not really hear you there, buddy. I kind of speak up into the mic. Can't really hear you there, Craig. Looking for that number 87 of Craig Embry.
Yeah, I got you, bud.
So tell us a little bit here. I know we're about to go back to green. Tell us a little bit about how the car's handling here at Las Vegas.
The car's tight. It's not turning very good for us, at least not to my liking. That's all. It's people are dealing with that. It's kind of hard to pass when you get inside of somebody. You get tight. So.
Well, you are starting to the outside of Tim Matthews. We've seen that you've been liking that apron as you go across the start-finish line. Tell us a little bit about the strategy you got when we go back to green.
I'm going to give her all she's got here. I don't know if Tim pit or not. I know we pit and got 4 tires. I'm trying to go to the front.
All right, well, best of luck to you. You're about to go back green. Craig, thanks much for your time, bud.
All right, thank you, man.
Pace car will be set to go back in the pits. Matthews and Embry up front. Randy Arms now finds himself up front. Cameron Hearn, the 67, will be up front. Pace car into the pits. Matthews wastes no time. And Hearn follows suit right behind him. They both take the apron. There they go. Jumping out to a 3/10-second lead over third place position. Embry said he wants to go to the front. See some of these guys. Randy Arms, Cameron Hearn. Arms still holding it into second position, but now here comes Cameron Hearn to the high side. Burns up into third position. Will take an apron across with Justin Page. Back there in fourth position now, fifth position, battling with Randy Arms. Will Jones back there in sixth. But a nice battle for the race lead here between Tim Matthews, who has about 2 laps of pacing wear on his tires, if you could call it that. Embry down to the apron again. Here he comes into turn number 1. Cameron Hearn, 0.2 of a second off of Matthews. Looks to gain him down, or reel him in here as they head into turn number 3. Page gets past Arms here, 40 to go. Will Jones back there still in 6th position. Dalton Baldwin. 21 laps led for this driver tonight. Finds himself back in 7th position, a little bit higher than where he was sitting. 3 positions more. Ever since his first pit stop when he gave up the lead, came back out, worked his way back up to the top 10, and hasn't been able to get higher than this position right here in 7th. Bradford now battling with Murphy Jr. as they come down the backstretch. Murphy Jr. to the inside of that number 48 car. Battling side by side. The 78 amp energy car of David Bradford. Down the front stretch they come. Glenn Murphy Jr. takes the apron. Brings it right back up to the side of the 78. We'll run that middle groove. Bradford running the higher to mid groove out of turn number 2. Back up to the race lead. Here comes a 53 UK car. Tim Matthews, Cameron Hearn, now passing Craig Embry. And looks to pass Tim Matthews. He's going to run a little bit higher line into turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they're heading. We bring it closer to the action here once they get around the turn. See those cars just come thundering down the front stretch. Hearn just waiting patiently. He's able to make his move, and there it is. To the inside. No, he's going to go to the high side. Cameron Hearn can't decide which way he wants to pass Tim Matthews, or if he's able to pass Tim Matthews. And now Craig Embry is not wasting any time. He's going to catch some side draft off of Hearn. Down the back straightaway they go. 35 laps here left in the race. Cameron Hearn now making a move to the inside of Tim Matthews. Sets him up, but just does not have the momentum to pass that 53 car. Justin Page down there in the lower groove. What a battle up here for the first 4 cars. Into turn number 3. Something is going to give in the next few laps. I can just sense it. Hearn now really on the bumper of Matthews. Trying to the high side. Matthews with the block up high. Shutting down the 67, and Cameron Hearn up to the bumper. Look at Justin Page to the inside of Embry. Nearly making contact out of turn number 2. These front 4 drivers are really battling hard here tonight. It'll be 32 to go at the line. Embry, Page down to the apron. Hearn can't even fit a hair between how close they were at the start-finish line. Embry to the inside now. Hearn's going to go high, but he'll still win out that position. And now Page goes high to the high side of Embry. And Page moves up to 3rd position. Back there in, and Justin Page takes 3rd position. Here comes the 56 of Will Jones to the inside of Craig Embry. And Will Jones is going to take it. So just like that, Craig Embry falling from 3rd to 5th position. Very competitive up here in the top 5, folks. Tim Matthews has now gained a couple car lengths over the 67 of Cameron Hearn. If we wondered about advantage, it looked like Hearn picked up a lot of time there using that apron. But really, it comes down to how do you handle these turns. We've got 30 laps to go in the race here tonight. 19 of Justin Page back there in 3rd position. Will Jones, Dalton Baldwin now around Craig Embry. So the caution flag flies. And it looks like maybe Ryan Cobb was involved. Look at the rear end of that car. My goodness, it's completely torn off. Run back the replay camera here and capture the action. You can already see it down there. Let's get a little bit closer. So Cobb is going to get spun out, go flying down, and there's no safer barrier in the inside of the wall, and wow, does he smack it hard. Look at that. Ryan Cobb, unfortunately, bringing out the 3rd caution flag here tonight. Tough break there for that 51 car. Race summary down there in your bottom left, folks. 97 laps completed. 13 lead changes, 3 cautions. This is the Wounded Warrior Cup Series here. The Anarchy Motorsports League taking on Las Vegas this Tuesday night. 28 laps to go in the race. We'll be back.
Oh boy, get ready for some noise. Gentlemen, start your engines.
AMSleague.com is the premier iRacing league for action-packed racing from green to checkered. Prepare yourself to start every week right with the AMSleague.com Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series, Tuesday nights at 9:20 Eastern Time, right here exclusively on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. You will not find a better connected oval league and community in the iRacing service. AMSleague.com provides the highest level of competitive racing while holding true to our Have Fun First motto. Prepare yourself for the best Tuesday night oval racing on Sim Racing Earth at AMSleague.com. Also, check out our Monday Night Truck Series and Wednesday IndyCar Series. And remember, you can watch all of our Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series races live, right here on the Digital Forge Racing Network. AMSleague.com. A premier iRacing league with a great group of drivers.
We're back here to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Got about 27 laps to go in the race tonight. Following that gentleman right there, the number 38 of Philip Neese. Gonna bring him in here and see if we can capture the action here from the 38 Fastenal car. Philip Neese, this is Dustin Caldwell in the booth. Are you there?
Yes, we got you.
As we watch you guys go around, it looks like the lights are going to be coming off that pace car. You're the birthday boy today. Tell us, how old do you turn?
46 today.
Oh, 46. That sounds like some experience there.
I have been racing these things since about 2001.
Well, just wanted to bring you in here. Wish you a happy birthday as we see you coming off. Is there any shout-outs you'd like to give while we got you on the line?
Yeah, shout out to Lisa, Ive, and all the gang at Hazard Auto Truck Parts and Fastfield Motorsports.
All right, well, best of luck to you in the remainder of the race there, Philip. But once again, happy birthday here from the Digital Forge Broadcast Network.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
There you go, folks. There's the man right there, Philip Neese. Pace car set to go into the pits this time around. There it goes, Matthews, Baldwin, Page, and Hearn. Matthews waits no time, green flag back in the air. 25 laps to go in the race here tonight. And Matthews works his way through turns 1 and 2. Baldwin looks to close that gap about a tenth of a second behind that number 53 car. Into turn number 3 they go. Justin Page back there in third, the 67 of Cameron Hearn. Oh, and the caution flag flies. And what a pileup we have back here. Thomas Conheady involved in that one. So let's run back the replay clock. As the laps wind down, so does the nerves. And I tell you what, right here you see a lot of these drivers anxious on the restarts. So as we follow Conetti out of turn number 2. And there it is. So the 44 car, Ricky Bobby tribute car, 0-2 involved in that one. Conetti's going to get spun in turn number 3. So Steve Wilson is the 0-2 car there. And poor Mr. Conetti, Thomas Conetti, he's going to get taken down by 2 cars. I don't know if he angered those guys or what, but my goodness, they look like they're doubling up on him on purpose. And that's not the case, but it just the angle it looks like. As we look through too as well, the 44. For some reason, my list is messing up on me. Not able to capture that car, but it was 46, excuse me, Danny Bowman Jr. That car right there. So this guy is the one that got in the back of Thomas Conetti, bringing out the caution flag yet again here. 23 laps to go in Las Vegas, folks. John Joyce back there in 32nd position, having a tough night. There's your race leader, Tim Matthews. See if we can bring in Dalton Baldwin now. This is Dustin Caldwell in the booth looking for that number 4 car. Dalton Baldwin, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Well, you had about 21 laps led here tonight so far before you went into your first pit stop. Looks like you have redeemed yourself as far as coming back through the field and finding yourself to the outside of Tim Matthews when we go back to green. Walk us through a little bit about your pit strategy and what you were going to do to regain these positions, because it looked like you hadn't been higher than 7th until just recent.
Well, honestly, I got into the wall there early in the race, and that's why I kind of started that short pitting strategy. And I think that would have worked out for me, probably put me in the top 5 when it came down to the end, but I'm not entirely sure. But then when that caution came out, I was just kind of riding, saving the tires, and then, we did about 15 laps there or so, and I just took 4 and I gained a bunch of spots on pit road. I'm not sure if my pit crew was just a little bit faster than everyone else's or what, but came out here in 2nd and kind of out to win to go.
Well, we'll have about 20 to go when we head back to green. Is it going to be all out or all or nothing, or do you see another pit stop at least before the checkered flies?
Well, like pit. But if we get 10 laps and a caution, some people might pit. But I definitely, there's going to be the people that go all out, and there's going to be the people that try and save and wait for that last 5 or 10 laps too.
All right. Well, is there any shout out you'd like to give while we got you on the line?
Always a shout out to Children's Dream Racer and AMS League putting this together, and you for broadcasting it, bud.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, and keep your eye on that 53. He loves to do a fast restart.
Yeah, all right, thanks, man.
There you have it, folks. Some words from the number 4 of Dalton Baldwin. 21 laps here led for the number 4 car, who will be starting to the outside of 53 of Tim Matthews, who has now led 40 laps of this race. Pace car bringing him in. Turns 3 turn 3 right now. He's set to go into the pits. It'll be 20 laps to go. You can already feel the tension escalating. Page ready on the restart. Pace car into the pits. And there goes Matthews again. What an electric restart by that number 53 car. Justin Page wastes no time to the inside of Cameron Hearn. Oh, a little flip-flop action between Craig Embry and Glenn Murphy Jr. back there in 5th and 6th position. As they roar down the backstretch towards turn number 3. Dalton Baldwin looking to the high side of Tim Matthews. Justin Page to the inside. Cameron Hearn now works his way up. Baldwin, Page to the apron. And look at this! Dalton Baldwin getting some time gained before the turn will take the race lead just by a nose so far into turn number 2. And the caution flag flies. And we've got a major incident off of turn number 1. Number 23 of David McMahon and the number 16. Let's go ahead and run back the replay camera there and capture that action. Down there on the apron. So that's what's going to happen. Arms is going to hit McMahon into Dildine, the 54 up there as well. And Shane Wood. But Dildine and McMahon are going to go spinning around, or well, at least McMahon goes spinning around. Dildine, a lot of heavy damage on the front of that, and as McMahon is spinning, you'll see the number 16 of Lance Carpenter just arc a break the heck out of McMahon, and wow. McMahon up into the wall. It's almost like Carpenter had a vendetta there for David McMahon. They find themselves locked up in turns 1 and 2. Under 20 to go here tonight, folks, and the tension continues to rise here in Las Vegas. You're watching the Wounded Warrior Cup Series here on the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. Stay tuned. You're definitely going to want to catch the end of this race.
Get ready for some noise. Gentlemen, start your engines.
AMSleague.com is the premier iRacing league for action-packed racing from green to checkered. Prepare yourself to start every week right with the AMSleague.com Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series, Tuesday nights at 9:20 Eastern Time, right here exclusively on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. You will not find a better connected oval league and community in the iRacing service. AMSleague.com provides the highest level of competitive racing while holding true to our Have Fun First motto. Prepare yourself for the best Tuesday night oval racing on Sim Racing Earth at AMSleague.com. Also, check out our Monday Night Truck Series and Wednesday IndyCar Series. And remember, you can watch all of our Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series races live, right here on the Digital Forge Racing Network. AMSleague.com. A premier iRacing league with a great group of drivers.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. Pace car set to go into the pits. Baldwin and Matthews. This time Baldwin had a nose when the caution flag flew. He's able to have that restart position. Pace car now into the pits. Oh, and there goes Baldwin. Matthews looked like he was anticipating a fast restart, and already we got a caution flag out and a lot of cars checking up into the field. So as quickly as we're back to green, we go right back under caution. Tim Sandlin involved in that. Let's run back the replay camera. Try to get a perspective here of exactly what happened. There's some checkup going on in the field. Right there it is. Wow. About 8 to 10 drivers all involved in that. My goodness. Hard to say who caused it. I mean, that's one of the major things that happens on a restart, folks. The driver does not go. The driver behind him is ready to go, forcing a major checkup. When they say checkup, letting off the gas. And if that happens, it creates a bungee cord effect, and this is the result. About 8 cars involved in it, a lot of damage. There's Clay Dildine, my goodness, still fielding a relentless number 24 car with no front bumper there, still on the track. Give some credit to that team. So this is going to be more helpful for the number 4 of Dalton Baldwin as they come down towards the start-finish line. Continually to work. Well, he's got 12 laps to go. One of the drivers up there in the top 5, Justin Page, the number 19 car, is able to get away from all of that action. See if we can get him on the line. Looking for that number 19 car of Justin Page. Are you there, Justin?
Doing pretty good.
Good. Good to hear. Definitely out ahead of all that animosity back there. But looks like you've had a pretty fast car here tonight at Las Vegas. Tell us a little bit about how it's handling.
I like it after about 8 to 10 laps. Really, that's where I feel like it's coming in, and Yeah, it feels awesome after about 8 to 10 laps. I know the fastest is from about 1 to 8, but I feel like I'm just as fast, if not a little bit faster than some of these guys in the top 5 or 6 after that 8 to 10.
Well, it's a nice looking paint scheme you got on your car there. Are you a big Rockstar Energy fan?
I am,
Got that blue ice paint scheme. Looks really sharp there on your Chevrolet. Was there any shout outs you'd like to give while we got you on the line?
Basically just to the league. I mean, run a really, really organized league, fun league, and really excited to participate in this season. So, yeah, basically just the league.
All right. Well, thank you much for your time there, buddy. Best of luck to you when you go back to green, and hopefully you can pull out the top 5.
All right. Thank you.
There you have it, folks. Justin Page with some words as he works his way down the back straightaway. 11 laps to go here in the race. And number 19, Rockstar Pure Zero Blue Ice. Nice looking paint scheme there on that car. Definitely you can feel the tension begin to play on these drivers. The last restart brought us right back under caution. It's going to come down to these two major drivers, but don't rule out that 67 of Cameron Hearn. Dalton Baldwin is going to have that amazing restart. We see the lights come off the pace car. It'll be 9 to go when we get the green flag. Fast cars here tonight are all up there in the top 7, I should say. Baldwin, Matthews, Hearn, Page, who we just talked to, Craig Embry, the 87 up high, Will Jones, the 56. One of the drivers here tonight has been kind of silently moving through the field is Will Jones. The number 56 car. Started 4th, he fell back just a little bit, so having a 4th quickest car on the grid, you're going to want to keep an eye on him to make some moves in these last few laps. See the cars working their way down back straightaway. It's going to be Matthews and Baldwin. Baldwin with an electric restart last time. Let's see what happens here as the pace car gets ready to go into the pits. Through turn number 4, it'll be 9 laps to go. Pace car. There it goes. Baldwin, Matthews. And there it goes, Dalton Baldwin. Nice restart. Taking the 67 Hearn with him. Cameron Hearn now up into 2nd position. 3 wide back there for 4th. As Page settles in beside Jones. Embry beside Murphy Jr. And another caution flag flies. Trying to capture that action there. And it's the number 10 of Greg Elliott. Finds himself down pit road. Let's take a look at the replay. See a lot of damage on these cars, my goodness. Greg Elliott checks up into the 83. Very hard. Wants to get around him. See some sparks flying off that car. Clay Dildine, wow, that 24 car. Greg Elliott just bouncing around. And there it is. So Nick Dykstra and the number 10 there of Greg Elliott are going to get connected in the turn. And wow, Dykstra is going to go spin into the inside. You see that car come down. Dykstra is just going to have enough on the apron, and race control not liking that altogether. Good job there of the 51. or 57, I believe that is. Getting around it to be able to avoid it. So the caution flag on a restart comes out yet again. A lot of guys just trying to make some move, gain some positions. And that puts us under the yellow for 4 more laps. Gonna bring in Dalton Baldwin yet again to get some words here now. Just kind of want to get some ideas. Dalton, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So, 2 restart attempts, I guess you could say, and we're back under yellow. How does this play into the strategy remaining in the race for you?
Well, it really helps me because I'm the leader. It's definitely, I don't like to see cautions, but you know, when you are in the lead, it's kind of nice to see them just kind of keep falling and falling. You know, they keep kind of having problems in the back, and you know, I don't like to see cautions, but it helps. You know, we're probably five laps to go here. If it runs green, it's just going to be getting out front and holding off Cameron. He's definitely going to be charging hard, and you know, I mean, even Tim, Glenn, and Craig and Justin, they're all really fast behind him. So it's really just probably if I can get out front, hold the outside line, I think I can hold him off.
As we take a look, Cameron Hearn's ready for that restart. He's going to be starting to the outside. So it's going to come down to, can you just walk us through just real quick on a restart? What is the trick thing you're watching for that guy to the outside to be able to get the restart? You've had a couple of really good restarts. Is there any trick that you kind of watch for? Anything you can fill in the viewers there that may be watching on a restart?
Typically, the thing I look the most for is for him to try and kind of time it. If he starts, you know, second place and third place, if they start to kind of roll up beside of you and behind you, and then all of a sudden they kind of have to check up because they're going too fast and they're either going to get out in front of you or hit you, right when they make that checkup, that's the time for me to go, because then they're out of whack on their restart and they get a bad restart. The other real trick is just to keep them guessing. You know, you don't ever really want to restart the same, and honestly, sometimes restarting in the same spot every single restart gets them too, because they always think you're going to try and change it up, but you don't. So it's just a guessing game.
Definitely is. Well, thank you very much, Dalton, for your time on this. Looks like the lights should be coming off the pace car soon. Best of luck to you in the remainder of the race.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
There you have it, folks. A little bit of insight on a restart from the leader, Dalton Baldwin, on what it takes to have a good restart. Appreciate the knowledge there. And like he said, it is a guessing game at times. So Cameron Hearns finds himself playing that mental game with the number 4. As the lights now have come off the pace car, 4 laps to go. The caution flag flies. At this restart, the race will be over, folks. So I'm sure race control is heavy on the line, letting these drivers know that, hey, to ease up just a little bit. We're not trying to kill each other out here on the field, and definitely want to finish under green. But like Dalton Baldwin said, it's a good position to be the leader right now. As they work their way down the backstretch, let's take a look at your summary here tonight. Out of the 120 with 5 to go. 14 lead changes, 7 cautions here tonight. And folks, don't let that number fool you. A lot of them coming in the later part of this race. Up to about 100 laps, they only had 2 cautions. Here we go. Round turn number 4. Baldwin ready. Pace car set to go into the pits. There it goes. And there's the checkup he was talking about. Matthews is ready to get the jump, had to check up. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. And Cameron Hearn in second position. So Tim Matthews back there with Glenn Murphy Jr. battling for third position. As they come out, here we go, down the back straightaway. Baldwin into turn number 3. Murphy Jr. and Matthews, what a battle for third. Side by side they go. 3 laps now remain in the race. Craig Embry trying to hold off Justin Page. You can see the blocks being thrown from that 87. Page to the inside now. Down the back straightaway, it's cruise control for the number 4 as he's got a 2-car length lead over the 67 of Cameron Hearn. Into turns 3 and 4 they go, but here is the battle for third. Glenn Murphy Jr. overtakes the 53 of Tim Matthews. 2 more laps to go in the race tonight. And Glenn Murphy Jr. is just pulling away from the 53. Here comes the 87 of Craig Embry to the bumper of Tim Matthews to the inside of turns 1 and 2. Oh, and it's go time, folks. You're going to get the white flag one more time to go when he crosses start-finish line. And there's the man right there. Coming out of turn number 4, Dalton Baldwin. Down the front stretch, white flag in the air. 1 more lap to go. Just 4 more turns. Here we are. The caution comes out. It will not end the race. This is the last lap. And he's got a 0.3 of a second lead over the 67 of Cameron Hearn, who does not look like he's gaining ground, so this could be a victory here for Dalton Baldwin. Hearn, last week's winner at Atlanta. Here comes Dalton Baldwin out of turn number 4, down the front stretch, checkered flag in the air, and Dalton Baldwin takes victory. Cameron Hearn will take second. Glenn Murphy Jr. with a nice battle with Tim Matthews will take third. Matthews falls to 4th. Embry rounding out your top 5. What a finish to this race here tonight, folks. Very, very good racing here from the Anarchy Motorsports League at Las Vegas. All eyes on that number 4 car right here, Dalton Baldwin. Coming down the front stretch to do his victory burnout. You see it there, 40 total laps led for the number 4. It looked dire after his first pit stop. He's able to bring it back together and take victory here in Las Vegas. Stuart Joyce, not too happy with that. Turns Dalton Baldwin into a turtle, as they call it. This is the Wounded Warrior Cup Series here at Las Vegas, folks. We'll take a short commercial break. We'll be back. We'll have some driver interviews for you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Oh boy, get ready for some noise. Gentlemen, start your engines.
AMSleague.com is the premier iRacing league for action-packed racing from green to checkered. Prepare yourself to start every week right with the AMSleague.com Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series, Tuesday nights at 9:20 Eastern Time, right here exclusively on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. You will not find a better connected oval league and community in the iRacing service. AMSleague.com provides the highest level of competitive racing while holding true to our Have Fun First motto. Prepare yourself for the best Tuesday night oval racing on Sim Racing Earth at AMSleague.com. Also, check out our Monday Night Truck Series and Wednesday IndyCar Series. And remember, you can watch all of our Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series races live, right here on the Digital Forge Racing Network. AMSleague.com. A premier iRacing league with a great group of drivers.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, folks. What a race finish it was, my goodness. Let's take a look at the results here as we look to queue up a little bit of in-string music for you there. So Dalton Baldwin takes victory here tonight in a hard-fought battle through the field to get back up to the race lead. Cameron Hearn finds himself in second position, 31 laps led there for the 67. 42 laps, I believe that is Tim Matthews, even though it shows Glenn Murphy Jr. finishing third. Tim Matthews will go to fourth, and that was 42 laps led there. We look through all of that, and Craig Embry rounding out your top 5. Justin Page, David Bradford, Stuart Joyce, Will Jones, Philip Neese. the birthday man turning 46 here this evening, finds himself in the top 10. So Murphy Jr. finishing third. It was a good hard-fought battle there. See if we can get him on the line. He'll talk a little bit about tonight's race and how it went for that number 48 Lowe's machine. Glenn, what a race it was for you here tonight. Excellent display of show. Tell us a little bit about how the race panned out for you.
Yeah, the race went pretty good. The start of it, we had a good amount of speed. Unfortunate at Daytona, and I felt like we were definitely fast enough to win both those races, but had some unfortunate stuff happen. And the start of this race was good. We got caught up in a little pit road issue there where it was telling us somebody got shuffled back a little bit and had to come back up to the front, but I think that Cameron probably had the fastest car and felt like we were about third quick all race. So with the way our season started, I'm very proud of coming home third tonight, and a couple laps, who knows what happened. But
what part of the track seemed like it was working for you? I've seen a lot of people trying that low groove early on, and they found themselves up in the higher groove, especially in turns 1 and 2. Tell us a little bit about where you found yourself on the track.
Yeah, it was just a little tough. Down in 1 and 2, I kind of found something a little different. I was entering in really, really high and kind of cutting down the track when I didn't have anybody underneath of me, and getting some good speed down the back into 3, but 3 and 4 is just so tight. It's so hard to pass when you're down underneath the people on the racetrack. So we did the best job we could, and that's all we had tonight.
All right. Is there any shout-outs you'd like to give for your third-place finish?
Yeah, I just always like to thank my family for the support they always give me, and that's obviously for putting on the league. And a lot of talent in here this session, so it's going to be tough. But it's been fun so far, and finally got a finish I feel like we deserve. So good night.
Well, congratulations, Glenn, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
There you have it, folks. Glenn Murphy Jr., the number 48 car, coming in third here tonight after a hard-fought battle. Very close with Tim Matthews, and race control got it that Tim Matthews had finished third, but overall was deemed that Glenn Murphy Jr. came in third here tonight. So we move now to the 67 of Cameron Hearn, a guy who comes in second place. Hard-fought battle throughout the field here tonight, Cameron. You find yourself 31 laps led in the race, and just coming down to those restarts against Dalton Baldwin. How did those multiple cautions, right when we went to restart, play into your strategy? Did it work out in your favor? Did it hurt you? How did that play out, I guess?
Yeah, I think 30 to go, me and Tim were battling first and second, and caution came out, pitted, overshot the pit, so I lost 3 positions. So kind of started further back in the pack, I think 4th or 5th, and I don't know, the restarts are kind of tough, especially starting on the outside a lot. But luckily at the end, I was able to clear Tim to try to run down Dalton. But just he was fast and not enough laps for me to really do much with him. Yeah, throughout the whole run, definitely in 3 and 4 got loose coming off. Dalton tagged the wall earlier on in the race after the tires wore out. But yeah, it was definitely, we had a long green flag run. So it was good to see that. Kind of hate the cautions at the end, kind of run a good race that we had going, but it was fun.
Well, you finished second here tonight in Las Vegas. Are there any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, Peachtree Pools and Spa. I was trying to get the win for them. They're a new sponsor for this year's series, so trying to get the win for them. As always, Sherwin-Williams, Purdy Paintbrushes, 3M Tape.
All right. Well, congratulations again through a hard-fought battle in this wonderful race we had here at Las Vegas. We look forward to seeing you next week at Phoenix.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
There you have it, folks. Cameron Hearn coming in second place here tonight. All eyes now turn to the number 4 of Dalton Baldwin. Had a chance to talk with him a couple of times here on those restarts. And I tell you what, Dalton, that last restart, we watched it, just as you had talked about, anticipating that mind game there with the rest of the field. You got a nice jump, 0.3 of a second lead when you got through turn number 2 over the 67 of Cameron Hearn. Really pulled away at the end, and it was your race to lose from there on out. Tell us a little about those last 4 laps.
I mean, like you said, it was all about that restart, and I was able to get a really good restart, really good jump on them, and once I was able to get out front and get 3/10 ahead, it was pretty much just not making a mistake from there and just keeping them back there, keeping that distance in between us. And it's a lot. It's easy to do that, but it's really easy to lose all that. And so it was a lot of fun being able to race those last 4 laps out, and kind of watching Cameron, trying to make sure I didn't make a mistake. He's certainly a hard person to keep back there. We're both really good on the short run, so I knew it was going to be a challenge. But fortunately, it was really just that restart and getting out there, and I was able to do that.
Well, coming off of last week, Cameron Hearn took victory there in Atlanta. You take victory here tonight in Las Vegas. You both go in next week with a victory in the series. I know you're a series points leader. Pressure is even on further as we head into Phoenix next week. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect in next week's race.
Phoenix is usually a bit of a wild card. It kind of is a toss-up nearly every season because of the shape of the track. You can cut the apron on the backstretch. The setup's usually different every time. It can occasionally be a bit of a wreck fest, but it can occasionally be a really clean race too. So it's kind of just getting there and surviving, and just getting the oddity of the track, because turn 1 and 2 is different. You got the dog leg that's all weird, and then you got 3 and 4 is a flat sweeping turn. So it's really just getting it down and understanding the track and just putting yourself in a decent position to get a top 5 finish. It's early in the season, and we got 30 plus people showing up, and only the top 15 make the chase. So you definitely don't want to have a bad finish right now.
Well, you find yourself out on top tonight, Dalton. A very good display of driving there. After that first pit stop, as you mentioned, getting into the wall, falling back to about 10th position, you work your way up to 7th after another caution, and just continue to climb through the field, and you find yourself now sitting in victory lane. Just want to say congratulations to you. Is there any final shout-outs you'd like to give to the audience?
Yeah, thanks, Dustin. I just, Always Children's Dream Racer. Definitely check them out. They do a lot of cool things, building little kind of sim rigs for children's hospitals for the children to go play in when they're there getting treatments or anything. And I also like to always thank Advanced Auto Parts, BG Products. They help us out a lot with my real life racing stuff. And my parents, as always, and AMS League, and this group of people that we have for keeping this being one of the top leagues in iRacing, and as always, you for your professional broadcasting.
Well, thank you much for the kind words, and there you have it, folks. Dalton, we'll look forward to seeing you next week in Phoenix, and until then, we'll be waiting to see what happens.
All right, thanks, man. I'll see you there.
There you have it, folks. Dalton Baldwin coming in tonight's victory lane. Very, very good display of racecraft there from that number 4. Let's take a look one more time at the results before we sign out here tonight. Very, very good race. Before we go to the results, let's take a look at the summary. 125 laps here at Las Vegas. 14 lead changes and 7 cautions. And again, folks, can't stress it enough. These guys got to about 100 laps under 2 cautions. So very good display. Just the restarts at the end is where a lot of these came out. Results as they show up there on your screen. Dalton Baldwin, Cameron Hearn, Glenn Murphy Jr., Tim Matthews, Craig Embry. Your top 5, Justin Page, David Bradford, Stuart Joyce, Will Jones, Philip Neese. Your top 10, and I've jarbled the list up there. Josu Tellez, Chris Ostrander, Randy Arms, TJ Bartell, and Mr. Dimanis. I want to get the name down right, but he rounds out your top 15. Thomas Conedy, Kevin Trzynski, Shane Wood, John Ailes, and Tim Sandlin, your top 20. Looking on back, Marty Verana, Clay Dildine, Danny Bowman Jr., David McMahon, Michael Tant, Vern Bradley, Fred Scarfi, John Joyce, Ryan Cobb, Greg Elliott, 30th position. Nick Dykstra, Steve Wilson, Lance Carpenter, Gary Sefton, Mike Springer, Jay Zolciak, and Jesse Johnson rounding out your field here tonight. We will be back tomorrow night for the conclusion of the Michelangelo's Xfinity Series. You definitely want to tune in for that. It'll be here at Las Vegas. 100 laps coming at you tomorrow night to determine who will be victor in that series. Coming up Thursday, the iCar Cup Series is back in action. Friday night, some K&N action for you as the Loose Lug Nuts League continues their series. And Silver Crown for the open wheel fan on Saturday night. We will be back Sunday night at 8:30, broadcasting on the iRacing Live portal, capturing the Sim Racing Short Trackers League and their Pro Series late models. Very, very good battle between Austin Yarborough and Tim Bills in that series. You don't want to miss it, folks. But that will do it for us here tonight. I'm Dustin Caldwell for the Digital Forge Broadcast Network saying thanks for tuning in, folks, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Oh boy, get ready for some noise. Gentlemen, start your engines.
AMSLeague.com is the premier iRacing league for action-packed racing from green to checkered. Prepare yourself to... You will not find a better connected oval league and community in the iRacing service. AMSLeague.com provides the highest start every week right with the AMSLeague.com Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series. Tuesday nights at 9:20 Eastern Time, right here exclusively on the Digital Forge Broadcasting while holding true to our Have Fun First motto. Prepare yourself for the best Tuesday night oval racing on Sim Racing Earth at AMSLeague.com. Also, check out our Monday Night Truck Series and Wednesday IndyCar Series. And remember, you can watch all of our Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series races live, right here on the Digital Forge Racing Network. AMSLeague.com. A premier iRacing league with a great group of drivers.